Good evening and welcome to Talking Hoops. It's your girl, Coach T, joined by the lovely Coach Mac herself, and a new title for the Ron Briscoe, officially the aficionado. Welcome to Talking Hoops, and we are so happy to be back this week. Lots of interesting things to catch up on. A lot of activity is taking place in the basketball world, but I won't call it so much controversy to start the show off with today, but more so of a question that's going to make you go, So, Russell Westbrook. Oh, and there goes Darius. Welcome, everybody. Darius Rice back to the show. Welcome, Darius, back to Talking Hoops. You've
What's
joined
up?
in at the right time.
I
I
heard I heard Russell Westbrook. As soon as I popped in,
Yeah, as soon as you popped in, I have, as I was telling the crew, I have not so much of controversy, but more so a question that's going to make you go, But what I would like to know, and maybe somebody could provide me some insight. So, a little bit of NBA historical fact that was set. Russell Westbrook wins MVP of the NBA. And after he wins, he becomes the first player in NBA history to be traded 5 times after winning MVP. So this has now become a new NBA historical record to happen to somebody who's won the MVP and then be traded 5 times. I would like to get you guys' thoughts on what went wrong, what went left, or what is the issue? How can a player go from winning MVP of the entire league to then being traded 5 times and not having that same equivocal value that he once held the year before of winning MVP?
hmm.
Mm.
I never really been a Russell Westbrook fan, to be honest with you. Just straight up and down, I'm not a Westbrook fan. Yeah, he got a lot of triple doubles. Yeah, he set the record for all that. Blah blah blah. He's not a winner.
Mm.
Everywhere he's gone, he's not a winner, and people want to win. I don't care about stats. I don't, and I think that's what the NBA teams see. They don't see him as a winner. They see him as a stat hogger. Big guys don't really like to play with him because he comes down there and steals their rebounds. So that's not what you do. And if you played in the NBA, you understand. I know Ron understands. Like big guys get mad if the guards coming down there getting the rebounds.
That's,
We don't go
yep.
for that.
Get
Get your
out of here.
get your butt out of here. We don't go for that. So a lot of people don't really like to play with the guy because he's a
Mm.
stat pattern. MVP, yeah, that's based off stats. But did you win that year? No.
Mm.
You had James Harden. Did you win? No. You actually had them twice and didn't win. So it's kind of like, what are we going for here? Are we going for stats or are we trying to win a championship? And I think that's what the team see.
Okay. Interesting perspective, Coach Mack.
Russell Westbrook is an interesting player, especially when he started out. To me, he was just kind of like all over the place, and it used to wreck my nerves to watch him play. And because you just never know what he's gonna do when he has the ball in his hand. Is he gonna turn it over? Is he actually gonna score? Like what's happening? But over the years, he's evolved into a different player, and as Darius stated, I mean, he's really not a winner. He's a role player. He's a really good role player, and he's played that role. But what else does he have that can just make people say, "I want that guy"? I
Mm.
don't.
Okay. Ron, aka the aficionado.
Well, let me say it like this about Russell Westbrook. He's a very emotional player. He's a guy that, he plays hard. And once he learned how to play the game after 3 or 4 years in the NBA, and he got it going to where, he got those triple doubles and things, he just kind of like Darius said, he just wanted to try to go in and take over everything. And then it got to be where he started bumping heads with players. And with some teams, he became hard guy to play with.
Mm.
And probably we don't know what went on in the locker room with him and other players, but of course, it calls for him to get traded. Okay, from team to team to team, and now he's with the Denver Nuggets. So you can say like he didn't really mash with everybody, That's what it looks like to me.
Okay. Now, I used to be a Russell Westbrook fan. One thing early in his career, right? I knew he did not have the ability to knock down outside shots consistently. His style of play is definitely a lot of wear and tear on the body, and is only going to get you so far in this league. But I think one of the things, and one of his probably biggest shortcomings, is never developing that consistent outside shot.
Hmm.
And that is, when you look at the teams he's played with and for, that is something that they needed from him. But when you're going 6 for 25
Mm.
That's why I wasn't a fan.
and it's taken 25 shots to get 20 points, I mean, we have us a problem here, right? And I remember there when they were with OKC, and they were doing an interview, and they asked him how he felt about the naysayers saying that he needs to give the ball up more. He's taking more shots than KD, and he said, "I don't care. I'm going to keep on shooting."
Yeah.
Now, while I love the confidence and the mentality, you're playing with Kevin Durant.
Keep
Listen,
shooting if you're a shooter. You're not a
yeah,
shooter.
you're not a shooter, and I think he's struggled since winning MVP, finding a home with that can still kind of match his style of play and where he can be effective. But not having that outside shot has really been detrimental to his career, and I think to his longevity. But he's hanging in there. They have not gotten him out the league. They haven't forced him out the league yet. So, which we see that to be common of, players overseas or getting kind of shunned out the league. First, they send you to NBA Siberia, and then after that, we don't hear from you again.
And then you pass
Um,
that.
exactly like Patrick Bev. Okay, and you'll be on the first thing smoking out of here. So I think very interesting to see. But what I would like to say on the flip side of that, of just player development and all this, and Darius, bear with me through this conversation. I know this might be painful, but and
Uh-oh.
you too, Ron, bear
Uh-oh.
with me. But let's talk about that boy LeBron James carrying Team USA, putting the team in his backpack at almost 40 years old, bringing his team to a win, and still leading with the team filled with all stars. Okay, let's talk about a team filled with all
That
stars.
shows you how weak the NBA is right now. You have nobody that can step up and challenge this 40-year-old guy. And I got to give it to him. He did his thing, but
He
it shows
did
Yeah,
his
it
thing.
shows
he
you
looks good.
it shows
Come
you
on, Coach Mack, say it a little louder, Coach
You,
Mack.
you got to
Oh, there
you
she
got to
go,
give it to
man.
him.
oh,
We
You
knew
it
got
that
to
shows
give
you
it
the
to
you
him.
should have
divine.
gave
He
her the
looks
horn,
good. You
bro.
got to
Oh
give him
my
his props
goodness.
there.
The
She
He's
NBA,
gonna
looking
blow that
good right
horn,
now.
pat herself on the back, and no
the
way.
NBA is getting so bad. It shows you the demise of the NBA.
Right.
I'm like, come on.
But
Now,
Darius, number one, they didn't. I mean, that Olympic team, they don't play any defense. I
No.
mm,
mean,
Not,
I
the
mean,
only
in the
person that
two
plays
games,
D is Drew. No one
yeah,
else plays D but Drew.
yeah, in the two games that I saw him play, where they one by one and LeBron, put him on their back, I was like, oh man, these guys ain't even playing defense. These guys are running right by him, laying it up and stuff, and
Yeah.
it was just ridiculous.
They
It
play
really
no defense,
no
and I mean,
defense.
give it to South Sudan. Carly
Yeah,
Jones.
Yes.
He's with my agency, so he's D League G League MVP. Man, he sits on the Bulls bench. You got NBA guys over there now that don't get a shot. And I just want to give a shout out to Carly Jones because he's with my agency. Um, the Bulls need to give him a chance. He got a triple double against the USA's best. And if they watched the scouting report, they knew LeBron was going to go left. I don't understand why they just cut his left hand out, forced it back to the middle. They would have had the biggest upset in history. LeBron was going to go left the whole time, but it just shows
he's
you that.
originally left-handed.
Yeah,
now I got a question for you, Darius. Can you stop
Uh-oh.
a freight train from moving on this path?
Uh-oh.
There
I
she
guarded
goes.
the freight train. I guarded the freight train every day in practice. I know how to stop it. You can stop anybody in the league if you know how. It's
Yeah.
not hard. You cut that left hand off, make him go back to your help. you can't stop him 1-on-1, but make him go back to your help.
Mhm.
Yeah, and no, definitely shout out to South Sudan. My before South Sudan was split north and south, my best friend's mom is actually from Sudan. So I have been privy to know about what has been plaguing their country with
Mhm.
civil war. And I had the experience to go and live in Australia, and where they have a large Sudanese refugee population, and
Mm.
Australia opened their arms. And so a lot of these guys never even in their country, they don't even have an inside basketball
Yeah,
gym.
give it up to Luol Deng, man. He's done a lot for them.
Yes.
That's right. Yes.
Absolutely. And one of my teammates from college, her fiance actually got to play and plays on the South Sudanese team. So big shouts out to them. They put on a hell of a performance and played really great basketball. It was really nice to see. And also for them to get some recognition. And like I said, a lot of people not privy to know about South Sudan or even know, like I said, the troubles that they have been faced with as a country. So to go out and perform, like you said, Darius, against America's best is
They play
great.
again next week. They got the real game against them next week. So
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's been nice to see it. And let's see if they actually play some real defense. My question is, have they not played defense because it's just the games don't count? Are we going to see a different side of Team USA?
no, that's how they are. They don't play defense.
I hope they play
If you
defense
see
when
any defense played
the
in the
games don't
NBA,
count. I thought every game count when
they
I
don't
stepped
play
on the
defense
court.
in the NBA. How you gonna force them to play over? They're not. They don't play defense. Number
That
one,
is
they don't want
true.
to get hurt and mess up their guaranteed contracts.
That's
So,
right.
they don't want
And
to play defense.
Sudan was down, like they were saying, 20, 25 points. Not down, but they said Sudan on the draft to where you could go in and bet
hmm They were
20
33 point
points
underdogs.
underdog. And I
Wow.
was like,
I
what?
should took that bet, man.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm in the
I
wrong
did
state.
take the Germany bet. I knew Germany was going to play them close. They're the number 3
Yeah,
ranked world team. I knew
Germany's
they were
good.
going to play them close.
Yeah, Germany is known for good quality basketball, though. I will say that. But speaking of LeBron James and all the good things, I want to just highlight Lil Bron, Lil Bronny James, who has, we've talked about him on the show. He has received a lot of flack. And while I will say that, you know, he hasn't had the best start, right? But what do we expect from the 55th pick? He has sold over 50 million in jersey sales. So immediately hasn't even played an NBA game yet officially outside of the summer league and has already had $50 million in sales. So again, if anybody thought that the Lakers weren't going to pick up Bronny James at the 55th pick, we're just delusional. I
It's all
mean,
about the money.
Oh, you know why? You know why those jerseys are
It's
selling,
all about the
don't you?
money. It's all about the money.
listen, Ron, I might have to grab a jersey too because there's probably we won't see
Oh,
another NBA
it's
team
because
with
of
a
LeBron. That's why they buying them. It ain't because of him. It's because of
It's the money thing. That's
LeBron
it.
James Jr.
He
That's
don't.
why.
It's the money thing.
listen, Ron, and I'm getting me a jersey too, Ron. Okay.
Get your money. Spend your money,
It's
girl.
the
Yeah.
money thing.
Buy one for your
That's
little
all
kid
the
and your
Lakers
little.
care about right now. They're not trying to win. They're trying to get that money.
You heard
And
what I said?
what'd you
Buy
say,
one for
Ron?
your husband and your little kid too.
Hey, hey, the whole family gonna be wearing
Yeah,
James
you
James
do it.
Jr.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you always have a Bronny jersey on. They be like, "What, Bronny?"
I have one jersey ever in life, and that's Jordan. I've never bought another man's jersey in my life. Now, I do want a Wemby one though. 'Cause I just like Wemby.
Really? Okay, that is interesting. That is real interesting. Now, again, Coach Mac, I wanted to circle back around to you and your lovely team, the Mavericks, as
Yes.
they have a notable pickup
Yeah.
from the Lakers. Coming back to you is Spencer Dinwiddie. I wanted to know you guys' thoughts. Bump it or dump it. Is this a lateral move for Spencer Dinwiddie?
I say bump it. I hate that they got rid of him in the beginning. I mean, he was a good addition to the Mavs, so I'm not understanding what was the whole purpose of letting him go then to bring him back for a year. But I mean, I think he's going to be really good for this team considering you got Clay now. I think the
Mhm.
chemistry is going to be really, really, really well with this group here, and then to add Spencer to it is just going to make it that much better. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I pumped it. I like that because it gives them what they need. Another outside three. You got those two big guys inside who protect the rim well. What they were lacking was shooting and creativity, other than Kyrie and
Yes.
Luka. Now, if for them to cross over to that next level, Luka got to get off that ball. He can't dribble it for 22 seconds out of 24. You got to get off that ball. You got Dinwiddie now. You got Clay now. You got to get off that ball, Luka. Come on, man.
Now,
I know you're the man, but you can't dribble for 21 seconds now.
now that's going to be tough, though, Darius. You bring up a great point because Luca is very ball dominant.
Yes, and that's the problem. If he gets off that ball, you got shooters now. He has to learn how to play off of it now. He has to get off that ball. You can't back no one down from 75 feet down the court. You can't do that.
Now, what
That's
does go ahead, Coach Mac?
I was gonna say shooters is ready to run the floor too, so can't
Yes,
walk it up.
you can't walk it no more. Let's go, Dallas.
Now, what does
Let
that
me let
look
me
like?
let me chime in on the Dinwiddie situation. I bump it. Good call. Like you said, Luca, he can't play the whole game, so he needs to sit down and rest. So this is to be a good player to come in. Got a
Mhm.
lot of experience, can shoot the ball. You just adding some real good pieces. He's a really good complementary player coming in the game. So yes, he's gonna take over what Tim Hardaway Jr. should have done.
Yes.
Exactly. Tim should have done.
Yes.
Mm,
Yeah.
So he's
that
gonna
was a
come in at
huge
the right time.
disappointment.
Right. He's gonna come in at the right time. So Nico, good job, brother. You made a good selection.
hmm
Now, we do have a little bit of banter going on in our comments. It looks like Mr. Johnson chimed in and said, Braun is the GOAT. And it looks like my dad, welcome to the show, jumped on and said, Braun is not the GOAT, Dallas. Now, the message I have to respond back to my dad. Well,
At all.
you show me your GOAT,
I
put
like
the
that.
country on his back at age 40, for put the whole USA in his backpack at age 40. When you show me your GOAT doing that, then we could have a conversation.
When he do that for the Lakers, we have a conversation. You've been there
Hey,
7 years. You can't even win. You got two of the best players on the team. You still can't win. I ain't
who's
worried.
who? You putting AD
If
in
you look
what,
at
top
the
five?
two best players that's been carrying the team USA is AD and Bron. Think
That's
about
right. That's
it. AD
right.
and Bron.
Now, now, but are you putting AD in top 10 in the NBA right now?
He's on the Lakers. LeBron needs to make him better.
No, Darius, that's not what I'm asking.
That's why he's not the GOAT. That's why he's not the GOAT right there.
Are you putting him top 10 in the NBA right now?
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
Name another big man that can play with him, and when he's really playing.
when he's really playing. See, you had to add
Name
that piece in.
name a
When
power
he's not
forward that
sweeping the
name a power
floor.
forward that can stop him.
Now
Name one.
that's a great question, but what about the consistency?
Well, he's always down. I mean, it is
Like
what it
McDonald's ice cream machine.
is.
Just never know what you're
That's
gonna
a
get.
good one, Coach.
It may be working, it may not.
Yeah.
Now, going
Can I
back
get a strawberry shake? It's broken. The machine's broke.
That's
now,
why it's always a Baskin Robbins near the McDonald's. They already know.
now going back to Spencer Dinwiddie, I'm with you, Coach Mac. I'm confused why they got rid of him to begin with. I thought he was playing well while he was there. And my concern, though, is what does Luka's game look like now that he doesn't have to be ball dominant? What type of player does he become? Because we've seen players who are ball dominant and can't really play off the ball. They don't move well without the ball. They don't know how to make the same reads. They don't know how to play off the ball, which is really a skill in itself, being a guard, right? Effective guards like your Steph Currys. We don't see Steph Currys often that play that well off the ball and still find a way to be impactful and still have 30 points, right? So how does that change the dynamics of the Mavericks with Luka not being the primary ball facilitator and handler?
Well, I think he's still going to be the ball handler because he's too slow to play anywhere else. And he's a big point guard. And you can't force him to come off screens and play off the ball because he's just going to go stay in the corner. He's not quick enough. He has to drop some weight, to be honest with you.
Yep.
to play off the ball. Other than that, I don't think his game changes. I just think he needs to get off the ball, just pass it up. Let these other guys create. You get it back, and then you attack. But don't sit there and be a pick and roll guy for 20 seconds out of the 24-second shot clock. Get up, get the ball up the floor, get some easy buckets, because Dallas got the team to run with those two bigs catching
Yes.
live. You got the team. But
Yes.
you hurt the team when you slow them down, and Luka slows them down. So
Mhm.
he can find a balance of moving the ball and get it up the court, as well as his strong physical type of game. I think he'll be fine. But telling him to do something that he can't do, he's not playing off that ball.
It's time for him to start looking for Klay Thompson and get the ball to him or Kyrie Irving. But like you said, Darius, he's not the type of guy that's, a stand and shoot type of guy. He's got to have it in his hand. He's got to back you down. He's got to spin off of it.
Mhm.
Or he's got
A
to
lot.
roll off a pick and roll to either get you a pass or to get his shot off. Because he's so wide and he's so wide in the upper
Big,
body.
slow guard.
Yeah.
And that's what he uses. He
Mhm.
uses that to get his leverage and to get his balance, and he just spins off of you and he scores. Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what adjustments they make and how Dallas is going to have to adjust to him not having to be all of that all the time, especially with shooters coming. And you have Kyrie Irving, you have the best ball handler in the league on your team. So it'll be interesting to see how they make those adjustments. But going a little further, I wanted to highlight Coach Mac's G League babies and have Coach Mac give us a little insight to what's been happening, some exciting stuff with the G League.
So first, let's talk about the Memphis Grizzlies during the summer league, because y'all know I've been following them the whole season. That whole team is just G League bound.
But who beat
And
him
for
though?
yeah, we'll take
Miami
Miami.
Heat.
But I mean, that's still G League too, so we'll take that. I'll take MVP. MVP was G League, so I'll take that too. I'm okay with that.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see what Memphis is going to look like for this upcoming season, considering how well they played over the summer. And then you got Scottie Pippen Jr. I mean,
Oh,
he's really has improved over the
Yes.
summer,
Mhm.
he
going
was a Laker.
into he was a
When you
Laker.
need
So
LeBron, you play well. I keep telling y'all that.
facts. Here we go.
Here y'all
So
go.
Facts.
yeah, I mean,
Go ahead, Coach.
you gotta state the facts. See, I'm sorry, it is what it is.
Listen,
See,
people leave Dallas and all of a sudden they MVP
there you
candidates.
go.
So
There you
hey,
go.
so all I'm saying is we
Facts.
could find correlations all over the place.
Facts. I give you that one too.
How many G League players is on that Memphis team? Is it 7?
That's
8?
it.
Somewhere between 7 and 9.
Okay.
It was pretty much the majority, the bulk of the team that was G League.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm really interested in seeing how Memphis is going to perform this season. Again, considering that the whole team was just filled with G League players, and so
And
to see
remember,
how
in fact, Edie didn't even play but one game. Wait till he gets
you're
back.
right. So that too is definitely going to be a great addition for the Grizzlies this year. So I'm excited. I'm excited about seeing the G League players again this season. Definitely excited to see Bronny, because I know he's gonna be there. I don't care what nobody say. Bronny gonna be in the G League. He may not want to. He
He's-
need to. It ain't no if. That's where he needs to be. He
Thank you.
improved a little bit, and I do
little
mean
bit.
a little bit,
A little bit.
but it's not
A
enough.
blind squirrel could hit a shot and find it. I mean, come on now.
He's going to
Right.
be one of your G League babies.
He's
Then.
gonna be a G League baby, so I'm looking forward to
And
watching him play.
And it's the perfect opportunity for him, really.
Yes.
It is.
It's a perfect opportunity. But, with the draft class being so subpar,
Yeah. it
Um,
wasn't good.
I think we can expect to see majority, if not all of them, having some G League action throughout the season. And also having the teams utilize the seasoned G League players that have been there and that have really had some player development and some growth, because the draft class, the players that you were expecting to come be able to get 20 minutes, they're just not
And
there.
this was a bad year.
It was-
G League opportunity is there this year, because this was a bad draft year. Bad.
Mhm.
So if you're a G League player right now, you need to be hungry, because you got a shot.
Oh yeah, you got to
Like
Easy.
when you report to camp in like 3 more weeks, you report to mini camp in preseason. You need to be hungry because you got a shot to make these teams.
Absolutely. And
Very much so.
have an impact and be on the roster. I mean, the door is wide open, probably the most open that we've ever seen it before when it
Yeah,
comes
there's only
to
one guaranteed pick in the second round. That was Bronny. Everybody else, you can take their spot.
yeah,
well,
every
Shepard got a guaranteed pick.
okay.
Shepard, yeah.
Yeah.
Reed Shepard got a guaranteed pick.
But Reed went first round.
Yeah.
I said
Oh, you
second
talking
round. Ain't no
about
second round, no guarantees. Ain't no guarantees. The second round,
no,
Bronny, the
no,
only
you're
one who
right.
got a
You're right.
guarantee. So
Right.
hey,
Let me
shot.
see. Another guy who signed was Antonio Reed. He signed a 3-year deal with the Pelicans.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So some guys getting some opportunity there, but the number 2 pick, one for what was it, 27 or 26 over the
When he got
last
drafted,
2
I looked at him
games?
like, really?
No.
But I
Yeah,
knew
yeah,
it all. But the number one pick, he gets hurt. Like, come on, guys.
yeah, yeah. I was disappointed with those two
Like, come
guys.
on, man. I got to
Ye-
talk to Wemby, man. What's up with your French people, man?
They
Well,
say that's French.
I think that it is a transition going from playing now overseas. It's a little bit different, Darius, as you know. These young guys are getting the opportunity to play against pros. If you're good, you're starting to play against the pros and play with the top team at about 15.
13, 14, 15, yeah.
Yeah, you're starting very early. So it is a little shocking to me because somebody like Sar, who probably had a very similar experience playing with pros at a young age, to come over and you have a shooting game of 1 for 27 and you're
Mhm,
7 feet. So
mhm.
you're standing side by side to the basket
Mhm.
and you can only drop in 1 basket out of 2 games and you're the number 2 pick and you've had the experience playing against pros. It just speaks volumes to the draft class that we've talked about.
When I watched their highlights, you know how the draft have the highlights of
Yeah,
what they've
yeah.
done. When I watched Ricochet and Sar's highlights, I was like, "This is basic stuff. Like we couldn't
Mm,
find that over here. This is basic. The stuff they're
mhm.
doing, basic. I mean, I understand you draft on potential and upside, but we don't have guys over here with that same potential and upside. I could name a few I watched in college that can actually do stuff I watched them do, same age and all. So I don't see what they saw in them. I didn't see it.
Not to be a number 1 and number 2
Not to
pick.
be the top two picks. Come on, that
Yeah,
was basic basketball. I teach my guys that stuff right now. They can go do
yeah.
Do you think that there was this idea that there is a potential another Wimby that we can get? And is that
it.
why that maybe elevated Sar's stock in the draft to go at a higher pick than maybe what he actually should have went?
Basically, probably we went on
Yeah.
the Wimby hype train, but Wimby's 7'5", and Wimby did things nobody's seen. Those two
Yeah.
guys didn't do anything spectacular that no one has ever seen before. And I mean, I didn't know what they saw. I think they just made some picks because they didn't even know who to pick. I don't think.
That is very true. And what I would love to see come back is the dominant big man. I absolutely loved basketball during that time. Like I said, I've said it on the show before, Shaquille O'Neal being my all-time favorite player, probably the most, if not top 2 most dominant bigs to ever play in the NBA. I would love to see that style of basketball come back, that dominant big inside the paint, cleaning it up, right? I
Back
mean,
to the basket.
back
Run an
to the
ISO on that
basket.
block. Run an
Get,
ISO on the block. Throw it inside. Run some split action. Get out the way.
Right.
get it, clear,
They don't play the back to the
clear it
basket
out.
anymore, coach.
Yeah, they don't play like that. Throw it inside. Go. I look at this. I mean, I want y'all to take on this too. Joel Embiid. To me, he doesn't fit on the team because he's just out there. He's slow. He's slowing them up. Plus, he's not even posting up using his
No.
size. He could be that dominant big, but he doesn't do it. I think he messes up the Team USA team, but I missed that. Like, come on, man, throw it inside. Call for the ball. Get out my way. That's
That,
all I
And you
want.
know why, Darius? You know why they play like they play today?
Why?
Because of the European guys. They playing European ball. They don't play with the
mm,
back to the basket anymore. You come down, you go in, you throw the ball out to the 3-point line. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's what the Europeans started doing when they started playing in the Olympics. They
Yep.
started doing it. They was knocking down threes. They wasn't going inside because none of the big guys for the foreign teams could play the inside games like the American guys. So they
Oh
would
yeah.
come down, throw it out, let's shoot it up because they're not going to guard the 3-point line.
Mm-mm.
And that's what they were doing. They was used to bringing it down, setting it up. That's going inside. You either back it down, get the split, run a pick and
Mhm.
roll. That's what we used to do, but not
Yeah.
anymore. Now we
Not
playing
anymore.
that European ball to where when you go in, you throw it out. Steph Curry. You
Yep.
go in, you throw it out,
Just
you
some
set the
action,
corner, bam.
man. It's
Luca, bam. All of them playing that European ball.
I was a big man. I'm not looking for y'all. I'm this close to the basket one on one. I'm not finna get caught up.
There you go, Darius. There you go.
No.
Put it up.
Don't even call for it.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't even look at me
I'm
for
not
it.
throwing
If
it
I'm
back
not
out
double
there
or triple team, I'm going for that shot like you said, like Shaq. If Shaq
Yeah.
ain't double team, he trying to score that ball.
Every time, and I just feel like the game is missing that. Now my concern is, do we think we'll ever go back to that style of play? Is that something that's just going to have to cycle back through, and it might take a few generations of basketball before we see that level of aggression, that level of physicality. I'm a believer in go to it until they can stop it. And if you have, like you said, Joel Embiid down there, bigger than the biggest one on the court, and he's not in the paint demanding the ball,
Yeah. He
what
doesn't want it down there.
he doesn't want it down there. But the thing is how that's affecting the game from a guard spot is that you need that big down there to open the paint up, open
Mhm.
some of these shots up, make them actually have to send the double,
To
right?
send the double team.
Yes.
Coach, they're not even teaching that anymore.
They don't. And I was just
They're
about to
not
say
even
that.
teaching
Oh,
it.
Yeah.
man.
Alabama has got a system to where we're shooting threes.
Threes and layups is all they want.
Right,
Threes and
that's right.
layups.
Threes and layups. Because nobody's playing defense. If we don't hit the three or we can't get the three, we're gonna run right by them and go to the goal because we got where's your big guys at? They're not on the basket. They gotta cover the wings.
Yeah, I saw
They're
that
not
shit.
standing
I
in
saw
the
that
lane.
shit
They
when I
gotta
played
cover
in
the
Poland.
wing.
I
Right.
played.
And you
I
got
played
guys
4
running to the
games.
basket, laying it up, you got guys shooting them from threes. In today's game, I saw a game the other day on the EYB, the Peace Jam. What were they doing? They were shooting threes.
Mm.
They
Laying the
wasn't
ball
throwing the ball in.
a
There was
fast break
one
versus three.
maybe one team that was throwing the ball in to one of their big guys, and that was it. The rest of them, they was running and gunning.
Run, not even
Mm.
that. They don't even know how to do a 1-2 dribble pull up in the mid range no more because they don't teach
Thank
Oh
you.
wow.
They don't
Yeah.
even know how to do it because nobody teach. You got all these fake trainers out here and all these fake people thinking they know how to train kids, training
Ooh.
7'3" people to be guards.
Oh.
And come on, man, you training these bigs to be guards, and so what you think they're gonna be? I mean, it's no you 7'1", 300 pounds, but you trying to be a Steph Curry player. Come on, man.
you
I
got to
witnessed
be.
the time when I played. I was 7'1" and had weight. You're not stopping me down there. I'm sorry, you're not.
You had to eat some steaks, bro.
I had to drink Ensure Plus.
Back in the day, boy, because like I said, you was a tall drink of water, man.
Hey, Ron, I went to Poland. I saw the shift in the game when I went to Poland. I'm 6'10", I'm on the wing, right?
Right.
Poland had a 7 foot. We had a 7'1", a 7'2", and another 7'2" guy on our team. But I'm playing center.
Mm.
All three of them around me on the wing, and I called my agent, man. You don't get me up out of here.
You was the only one that knew how to play
I'm
center.
the only
That's
one.
why they
I'm
took
the
you
only
down
one on the block, and I don't even want to be down there.
The back to the basket moves is something you don't see, but somebody please help me remember the guy's name that he played for. Oh, I want to say NC State.
Yeah, NC
DJ
State.
Burns, and I was
Yes.
just about to mention him because he's the only player that I've seen this college season
He didn't
that
even
can
get picked. I don't
actually.
like his game.
No,
That dude
he's
played
the
with
only
so much
player.
toughness and heart, man. I love that kid.
Yeah,
Who's
DJ
that?
Burns.
DJ
And
Burns.
what's
Yeah.
Yep,
Oh,
DJ
yeah,
Burns.
the big guy.
Mhm.
Yep,
Mhm.
and
He
6'9",
looked good in the summer
275.
league. He looked good in
He
summer league.
does. He's lost some weight too, so he's been moving really
He had to
well.
lose some weight because he couldn't even run up and down the court.
No,
Coach
he
had to take him
they
out
had to
and
give
put
him a
him
break
on the
every 2 minutes. They did have to give him a break. But it's going
Now,
to take the player coach back to Coach T's question. It's going to take a Zach Edey to show how dominant he can be for them to accept the fact that we need a big man we need a big man's game again. It's going to take them throwing the ball to Edey and Edey showing his dominance because Edey can do it. I've seen
Yeah,
him do it in college. He was 2-time MVP, National Player of the Year.
right,
If he
right.
does that in the NBA, it's going to take someone like him to put that back in the game, and it's going to take a team to see that and give him a chance to go to work on the block. It's going to take a John Morant to like, oh, you know what? Let me feed my big fella right quick.
Right.
It's
Yes.
going to take
Ooh.
someone to force that to
And
make
can you
that.
believe he's not playing on the Canadian Olympic team?
They probably
Can you
said they didn't
believe
want him.
it?
He got hurt in summer league.
yeah.
He got hurt in summer league.
Early.
Yeah, early.
Yeah,
And and if I'm him, I got money on the line. I got
yeah,
plenty of time to go play for
I'm
Canada.
good.
I'm
Mhm.
good. I'm
Yeah, he
good.
was
Let
a
me
first round pick, so yeah, he's good.
So I just really wish that I could see that again. I can't wait for the day when I see somebody, like you said, call for the ball, come down here,
Mismatch.
wave everybody
Mouse
out
in the
the way.
house.
Yeah, mouse in the house, right?
Mouse in the house.
We got a baby in the
Coach
paint.
Johnson, when I play you, that's how I'm gonna do you. Bounce in the house. Give it up.
It sound good, Ron.
I'm gonna take you down on the block.
It sound
I'm
good,
gonna
Ron.
tell you
Just
if
be
I'm
ready.
going left or I'm gonna tell you if I'm going left or right. All right.
So she gonna pull the chair.
I'm
I don't care.
nah, Darius. I'm going for the
Never
block,
pull the
Darius.
chair.
Oh, you gonna block it?
I'm going for the block.
Oh, you come out there and you're gonna be too late.
First of all, Ron, you're gonna have to really put in a lot of work to try and get me
No,
in position
I
on
got
the
a couple
block.
of drop
Just get
steps.
the,
I
just
got
get
a
the
couple
ball.
Just
of
to
drop
get
steps.
position, okay, Darius? He
I got
gonna
a
need
couple
to
of
work
drop
to get.
steps I can use on you, girl.
It
And then
sound
I'll do that. I'll do my up and under, and then I'll do my Jordan fadeaway. Oh my goodness!
oh, it sounds so good,
Oh.
Ron. But you know how hard it's gonna
You
be to
know
get
what
to
I'm gonna
that block,
do?
Ron.
You
You're
know
gonna
what
be
I'm gonna
catching
do?
it in the short corner, messing with me.
I'm a bank it off the backboard to make it difficult for you.
Oh, he gonna shoot a glass. He gonna Tim Duncan you.
He gonna do a Tim Duncan off me. Uh oh.
Uh-oh.
Hey,
We know
Mama
what time it
Davis.
is. She's made her way to the show with that.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Hey.
wave now.
Darius, you
Oh,
getting
ready? She
called
just
out.
came here.
Let the love
Already? Darius.
relationship with
Already?
Darius begin. Oh, Darius,
Oh, I'm
she
glad
just
it's
got
you,
here.
Darius.
This guy here, she on me already.
I'm glad it's you,
And
bro.
Terea, did you tell your crew your favorite thing to do in basketball is block shots? I just told Ron. I'm not taking a charge. That's
No,
not
I'm not. I don't run over nobody. I just finesse you.
Ron. She said you're gonna mess around and catch a cramp.
That's true too.
I got you some rum. Hey, here you go, man. Hey, hydrate first.
Hey, Ron gonna need it. Ron gonna need it. Listen, I'm not taking a charge. I'm not taking a charge, and
You're not even calling for the double team. You got that, huh?
I'm not taking. You taking a charge, Darius?
I asked you, you're not calling for the double team against Ron?
No, it's 1-on-1.
Coach Max said she'll come help.
Oh,
Guard your yard. I got my
you
yard.
better wake
Guard
up.
your yard.
You better wake up, girl. Messing with me.
I'll be in help side. I'll be in the weak side. I got
Hey, speaking of helping guarding your yard, let's talk about Team WNBA beating Team USA at the All-Star game.
appreciate that extra that 150 they won me because I picked them to win.
Okay.
Me too. I picked them to win too.
Picked them to win. I'm glad.
So do we think that was just, it's All-Star Team USA not giving it their all, or Team WNBA really flat out beat them?
They
They
flat
beat their
They
butt.
flat out beat them.
They beat their bust. Agent Wilson and them, you could see them standing in the back. They were kind of upset. They were a little salty. They lost.
They were upset. They were no kind
They weren't smiling. They were salty.
I would be
You should
too.
have seen Diana Taurasi, man. She
Taurasi
was
was salty. She was mad.
I expect that from her.
I could definitely see that. And especially when you have the two rookies setting All-Star game
breaking
records. They're
records.
breaking records.
Enrique just showed, look, y'all, all that politics, this is why y'all.
That Dallas Dream, a wing girl.
She
She
should have definitely been on Team
hit
USA.
the
I
shot.
don't understand why
Like,
she
yo.
wasn't.
Yeah,
She's
she
literally the best
she
one-on-one
should've
player
definitely
in the
been on
league.
it.
Yeah, she was in the zone. I was
Rika,
like, yo.
Yeah,
Ogunbale.
she's
Yeah.
a walking bucket, and she showed that. and
And she
she
didn't have any points until after halftime.
She had 34 in the second half.
Easy.
Amazing.
And
I
she
mean,
said she loved playing with Caitlin. She said Caitlin had her head up the whole time. I said, man, you put her with them. She might average 40 because she gets buckets. But
What?
for
Caitlin
the
was looking.
Dallas Wings, she's the only person on that team.
Literally
It's
the
tough for
only
her. She's
player.
tough for her on that team.
Well, we got Odyssey Sims, but still.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
you
she's
and Odyssey Sims is a hell of a player. I
yeah.
Yeah.
had the opportunity to play against her in college, and I knew she was league bound. Okay, she is a
Yeah.
very good point guard. But Caitlin Clark setting the record for assist in All-Star game for those of you that didn't get a chance to watch, and our girl Angel Reese with the double-double and the first double-double since 1999 and the
Thank you.
WNBA All-Star game. So the rookies again putting on for all the first timers in the league. And I think that it might be a little, like you said, they were a little salty and they're definitely ruffling a few feathers since they've made their way into the league, but showing why they deserve to be there. Both of them just doing an absolute outstanding job. But one thing I wanted to highlight about the All-Star game is Sabrina and Caitlin turning down doing the 3-point challenge and the skills challenge. Because what I want to know is, excuse me, Miss Ma'am, Miss Sabrina, you could go do the 3-point contest against Curry at the men's NBA All-Star, but with your own peers and the opportunity for, again, marketing, viewership. Like the fans would have loved to see Caitlin in a 3-point contest. They would have loved to see them two go at it, especially with Sabrina being rated as one of the best 3-point shooters in the WNBA right now. Perfect opportunity, some friendly competition. Why do you guys think that they turned down the opportunity to do that?
I don't know, but I wanted that $55,000.
I would have started blindfolded and win that money. I'm telling you.
And girl, what's her name? Was it Gray?
Yeah.
Alicia Gray.
Yeah,
She
she
took
won
all the money home.
$110,000.
She said,
I
I'll
was
do
like,
it.
Sabrina, what's wrong with you, girl? You could have won 55. You was out there messing around with Curry.
No, don't worry about it. Stay at home. I got it.
I
I'll
got
take
it.
it.
I
Stay
don't
right there.
understand it. I
Stay
never
right where
understood.
you are.
Like, I don't know if they didn't want the spotlight. I have no
Well,
idea.
Caitlin said that she needed the rest. That's why she
I
didn't
can
do it.
agree with Caitlin.
Oh,
Yeah.
They already play her 40 minutes a
yeah,
game. Since
that's what Caitlin. Okay, you could
she
get
never
that one.
comes out the game.
And not only that, but this is her first year. She's coming straight off of a college season. She has been playing basketball
Yeah.
in terms of like serious practices since October of last year.
Yeah.
So Caitlin, okay, but Sabrina,
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
So
nothing.
Sabrina, she's playing in the Olympics. Right
again,
now.
Ron,
But
again,
she's
Ron,
shooting threes.
Threes around in a circle.
Like,
It takes 10
you
minutes.
ain't
unguarded. This should
nobody
be like
around you.
practice. We talk
I
about
don't know why
practice.
she didn't do it. I would have took
I have
that
no idea why they
55,000.
didn't do it. I was just shot for the money.
Yeah, I would have been shooting for that big money. And then the skills. And then Brittany Griner was in the skills. I was like, what's she doing up in the
She's
skills?
just trying to,
Oh, Brittany.
she's just trying to
With her
show
slow
people
self.
that, I'm back. I'm happy to be back. You know.
It's about time for her to retire too. Gone up there with Candace.
Mm.
Just
No,
go
Thanks.
up there with Candace.
It's time for Tyrasi to retire. She's been in the league, man. I know she's older than me.
Down to Rossi
She
did
40,
not look
40,
good.
41.
40,
She did 42.
She was a
Did not
senior.
look
She was a
good
senior. Yeah.
yesterday in the game. And I
But she-
don't think Griner played in the game. When I was watching, I don't think she
She didn't
played.
give me any minutes. She started off hot, but then she didn't play late. Like Tyrasi hit the first bucket and she didn't play much.
Yeah. They didn't play much in the
Get
game.
them old legs up out and let them young girls go.
And
Thanks.
and yeah, and Tarasi definitely absorbing a roster spot.
Yeah.
That we've seen some players that can definitely go fill that spot and
Flying a BG.
and not have any drop off. But you know, I just was so confused about why Sabrina. Now, Caitlin, I get it. I was at first like, okay, come on, Caitlin. You know, this is going towards viewership again, similar to the NBA and having some of the best dunkers not do the dunk contest, right? It's like, why are we watching? Why?
But you got to think about Caitlin. They probably had her doing so many media events that week because you know they had to do so many other things that whole week. So she probably was nonstop. That's probably her only time off was just let me just get these last few minutes off.
Yeah, yeah. Now, I did want to bring up the trophy that they
The
have
little
upgraded, the MVP trophy. If you all did not get to see, and I really should have sent
oh, you should
this
have put a picture
picture,
up of that.
I should have sent the picture to
I got
Angel
it
to
here.
post tonight
I got it somewhere.
because the picture of the MVP trophy that they give for the All-Star game for the women literally is like about this big. It was. It was.
This water
I
bottle is about half of this water
Yeah,
bottle here.
it's about half of the water bottle. I
I
mean,
didn't even see that ceremony, but it was
looking
Hey,
at
they used to hold it like this. That's
like
how big
this,
it
yeah,
was.
yeah, yeah, yeah. They hold it by the little handles on the side. I mean, it was a disgrace, honestly. And my thing is like it's things that are small like that, right? That just show the consideration and the care about women in the WNBA and the game and having that respect of like, hey, we could get them a better trophy. This is the
Yeah.
All-Star game. I mean, we're literally giving them a third grade kids participation size trophy. But I will say, shout out to the WNBA. They've upgraded. They
Somebody
actually
must
are
have said
getting
something.
a real trophy now. They've received a real trophy, but this just is all contributes to the effect that we're seeing on the WNBA. Viewership being up 500%. I
right.
mean, the contracts, the deals, everything is progressing for them. And I'm very happy to see it. But one piece of information I came across is the top 10 highest paid players in the WNBA. And the what stuck out to me the most is that Asia Wilson not on that list.
Mm-hmm.
Help me understand how Asia
Mm-hmm.
Wilson is not on that list, but the face of the league, the face of 2K for WNBA. Is it maybe it's just temporary pay cut? You know, I mean, the Aces do have some big
She
time
will.
players.
She will be next year.
Yeah, she's 7 years in. A lot of those higher paid players have been there.
Yeah.
She's gonna get hers though. She's about to get it. You know, 3-time MVP. She's about to get it.
Well,
Did you
no,
hear what
she.
Cheryl Miller? Did you hear what Cheryl Miller said about the $2.2 billion that the broadcasting people wanted to give the WNBA?
Mm-mm.
What's Cheryl saying?
She said it's too low.
Oh yeah,
Mm,
she's too low.
She said it needs to be like 8 billion.
No,
mm.
Cheryl asking for too much right now. They need to be happy they're getting that right now. They
She
just
said she
at some
said it
point
needs
you
to
gotta
be
calm down. Like, come on, y'all got a big jump. Relax, it's coming. Just
She
relax.
said the viewership for the game, for this game, for the All Star game, 3.9 million
Mm.
in a
You about to see
sold
the
out
rise of the NBA
arena with
right now.
17,000 people. It's too low. I
Mm.
said, go ahead, Cheryl Miller. You come back. They ask you to come back. You come back. You coach the WNBA All Star and you win.
You're about to see the fall of the NBA and the rise of the WNBA. Because think about this: what happened today? Look at the big deal that happened today. So this is TNT's last year, and
Yeah.
TNT's done.
TNT did a lot for the NBA. They really kept the NBA afloat. And now with
So,
this week draft class coming, and with LeBron on his way out, and we just talked about this, not knowing who's going to be the next face. You're about to see the rise of the WNBA and the fall of the NBA because a lot of people gonna start tuning out without Shaq and Kenny and them laughing and cracking jokes every week. Because I
well,
mean,
you know what? You know what I say, Darius? You can
yeah,
take out the TNT and you can put in the TNH. Get us for going.
it's gonna
Talking hoops.
you're about to see the rise and the fall of the WNBA and the NBA because it's gonna flop real quick. Because I mean, think about it. Like I said, that's that little bitty trophy. That's like a tea mug.
Mama Davis called it a Dollar Tree trophy.
Oh my goodness.
And definitely a little idolatry trophy.
Right.
So cute. Look at the little bitty trophy.
I mean, it's shameful. Look how she's holding it.
Oh my
Like
But
a
yeah.
teacup.
Yeah, like a little teacup. But yeah, you're gonna see the fall of the NBA because it's coming. I mean, think about this year. Like this was the worst year to watch. The worst year to watch the NBA games. Think
What's
about
going on here?
And the great thing is they're expanding the games for the WNBA too. So they're expanding to, I think, what,
Yeah.
44,
44.
45 games?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're in talks about 44 games. Now, this is the only thing that is concern is the longevity body wise. As we
Mhm.
know, women's bodies compared to men's, like this is a biological thing. This has nothing to do with what men can do, women can do too. But as we know, hips, knees, and ankles for us ladies,
Yeah,
it's a lot. It's a the wear and tear is
and they're
more.
saying
Oh,
It's
expanding the game to
significant.
44 games now.
It's tough. 44 games is no small feat. I
Yeah,
mean, I think
No.
about college, you play but at least 30,
mhm.
the 28 to 30 games, and think about the teams that are beat up that don't even make it to playoffs, right? That don't even make it to um, post game play. And here at 28 games, sometimes you'll see half a team pretty beat up.
but
So
we
it'll
Mhm.
be
lost three
interesting.
rookies already. Like, whew.
It'll be
Mhm.
interesting to see how they manage the changes with that. But I saw a comment come in from Jay Mitchell, said Cheryl needs 8. And I say, hey, if Cheryl Miller says she need 8, they
She need
need
8.
8. This
She
is
need
Cheryl
8.
Miller we talking about here, okay?
AD.
When
She's
the
the
GOAT
original goat.
speak,
She's the original goat.
the
That's right.
Yes.
original. That's what, when the GOAT speaks, we listen. So we'll see what ends up happening, but I definitely think with them expanding to 44 games is going to be a game changer, and that does increase the opportunity for viewership to happen, right? And for these women to make more money. And not that it's all about money, but what I would like to see more is the continuous expansion of more teams, because how
Yeah, that's
many players did we see get
Mm.
cut because the lack of opportunity available to have a roster spot? I mean, you get 12 roster spots.
yeah.
And you're talking about some good players too.
Yes,
Great
one of them got
players.
called up. When she got called back, she started killing as soon as she got in the league. She was
Yep.
conference
Yep.
player of the year. People
Oh,
don't
yeah,
realize
she was
it.
hungry, man.
These are
She was
conference players of the years getting cut because it's just not enough spots.
It's not enough
hungry.
spots. And really making that decision on who gets to stay and who goes is so
These old
tough.
people need to go.
It's
They
tough.
need another team in Houston. They really do.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love for them to bring the comments
Yeah,
back.
bring the comments back. I remember the Miami Soul in Miami. I mean, I
Yeah,
used to go to their
Miami.
game. It was,
You used to have a good time with the Soul, huh?
no, it was one person I actually knew, but back then Miami. If you know Miami sports really don't draw a crowd, so they gave us them tickets for free. We was just going.
Mm.
Miami,
Wow.
I'm gonna
Miami
tell
is
you,
too much.
they're not
It's
gonna
too
give
much
them
to do
away
to draw a
now.
crowd. Yeah, there's too much to do in Miami to draw a crowd at a
You're
sporting
right.
event if you're winning. So if you're winning, they're going to come, and
And
they
I
weren't
think
winning.
really strategically, the smart thing to do is look at some of these college towns,
Hmm.
right? Where, because you already have fans that are dedicated to going to women's games in a lot of these towns that have, where it's a college town, it's not much to do. This is the entertainment,
They got to
right?
they got
This,
to capitalize now. They
the
they have
ex-
to
a
expand now.
100%. And definitely marketing wise, looking into these places that fans are established, right? Like, why not Iowa? Look at how their fans come out in droves to come
Oh,
support.
I was a basketball
Raleigh,
state.
Raleigh, North Carolina. You got all that basketball tradition right there.
Yep.
Put it right
Charlotte,
there.
Raleigh, you're right.
And all these
Cheryl,
things with this money coming in, it's gonna upgrade the women's facilities. So they're gonna get better training facilities. So their muscles, they're gonna start developing better. Their muscles will get stronger because now you got access to money to build your facility out, to build your practice gym out. To travel better. You might start getting your own planes. You know how the NBA travels in their own planes with food on the planes and whatever. Those planes are decked out. So
Right.
maybe with this money coming in, it'll help the recovery of the WNBA players and stuff if they increase the game. So I see a lot coming.
A little
absolutely.
bit of leg room doesn't hurt.
It, it,
A little
it,
bit, just a little bit.
it doesn't hurt anybody. And I think, one thing that is also bittersweet is, for those that don't know, Kobe Bryant had a lot of plans that he wanted to jump into when it came to women's basketball
Mm.
and
Oh,
the
look at Angel down there.
WNBA.
Hold on, wait a minute. I see y'all down there kissing.
And Darius sending his message about behind the glass, our executive producer and his lovely wife. But
You see him back there
and
making love.
congratulations,
God,
congratulations to Angel. I know we didn't get a chance to
you
give
couldn't
him a
wait
shout
4
out and a
minutes. 4
congratulations
minutes.
on his marriage. And Angel, we wish you a long,
That's that new
prosperous
love there.
marriage. Oh yeah, oh
What you
yeah.
say, Darius?
Listen, The wife said, "No, they can't see us." I'm like, "Yes, they can. We're in the lower window. I'm doing stuff behind the scenes. Everybody else
Derek,
can
you
see."
gotta watch out for Darius. He got a Hulk eye now.
I said that's that new love there. She couldn't wait 6 more minutes. She was ready.
That is too sweet. Again, congratulations, Angel. We are so happy for you.
Thank you. And for those who are tuning in, by the way, I know there's some few minutes. Sometimes there's bonus minutes. Thanks to the newest addition to the family, Darius Rice, the OG for the Miami Hurricanes, the OG for the Miami Heat, the OG from the NBA, and more importantly, our NBA analyst. So, Darius, welcome to the
man.
Coastal Sports Network.
I appreciate y'all, man.
Angel, you forgot one.
Run.
I'm trying to remember now.
You forgot one, Angel, and also the anti-Bron.
I'm still got his shirt
Man.
on. I still play with him. I still represent the free gear they keep giving me.
Of course.
Of course,
That's
but
the way to do it, bro.
Long as his name is not on it, I'm good.
see, Darius.
If it had James on the back, I'm burning this shirt.
See, Darius. And here you go, Darius. And, Darius has become a LeBron James antagonist. And I will have to manage.
Yes, you will have to manage.
Especially when the season starts.
Oh,
And
it's gonna be on when the season starts. Wait till he
Oh,
starts doing all his antics and
Oh,
walking off the court when his game's not over and flopping when he gets hit by a 4'11" point guard.
Wait, speaking of flopping, did y'all see how fast the bench ran up to grab LeBron when he fell on the floor?
Dude,
Like the whole
270
bench,
pounds. He don't need no help.
the whole bench ran.
Oh my God, Bron's down.
Like it wasn't even that hard of a fall. Like, he's okay.
well, Coach Mack, he is the OG on the team. You got him. Hey, and not only that, but they had
He
to
ain't
make sure.
fragile.
Hey, Coach Mack, they had to make sure that that his backpack is okay still for them to hop in and ride for the
Oh.
rest of the Olympics. Okay,
And he's the flag bearer for the Olympics.
he
Oh,
is.
man.
Snoop Dogg, man, you see that?
Yeah.
I was happy to see that, and also Coco Gauff.
Coco
Yeah,
Gauff
Coco
today, I
was
saw her.
too,
I said,
Mhm.
okay.
They all deserve it because Coco, if you don't know Coco, she couldn't even compete 3 years ago because she got COVID right when the Olympics hit. So that was big.
That's right.
Mm,
That's right. That's right.
mm.
She couldn't even compete.
Oh yeah. Well, it'll be interesting to see first game predictions. Sudan playing against Team USA again here in a few days. I want to go ahead and get some predictions from the three of you.
They're gonna beat them by
on-
25 this time. It's not gonna be close.
You don't think it's going to be close? Okay.
No.
Coach Mack?
I don't know. We'll see. I feel like Sudan gonna shock the world.
Hey, they got that
They
dog.
feel
in 'em.
like they feel like they got their chance. So we'll see.
Ron?
I'm gonna say they're gonna beat them by double figures. The
Mm.
U.S. team, the USA team. I'm talking about beat them by double figures, and
Yeah, they're gonna beat
they're gonna play defense this game.
Let's hope.
Sudan shot out their mind. They're not gonna shoot like that again.
Yeah, they
Mm.
did. They really had a good night of shooting.
Yeah.
That's what really kept them in the game.
Mhm.
But you know the potential.
L'America against everybody.
And what
That's a good
Darius
one.
is talking about is comment from Mr. Johnson, L'America against everybody. And tell him, Big Dow, let them know, Big Dow, because Darius so anti-LeBron, he don't even want to give OG the credit that he carrying the country.
Love USA.
They said, I did see a funny comment that said when they were talking about, everybody rushing over to help LeBron up, and somebody had commented that they were all fearful that they'll get traded to another country. So
Whoa,
every-
that's a good one.
Yeah, Embiid about to get sent to Nigeria.
he's on his way out.
Darius, you was right. You was right, Darius.
Well, we shall see, and it'll be interesting. I definitely think that Sudan has a new level of confidence that they've unlocked, I'm sure.
Mhm.
And being able to see what you can do can change the entire outcome of how you perform when you just get that moment to see what you guys really can do and come together as a team and what that looks like. So I think that South Sudan, like you said, Coach Mack, has the ability to shock the world. Now, will they beat Team USA? It'll be a fight of their life, but I definitely think they will have the ability to knock some top teams down and actually end up in a potential ranking spot. But we shall see. Competition is going to be tough. Who do you all predict to be the toughest competition for Team USA?
Australia and
I,
Germany. Australia's pretty tough.
I think
like
Canada and France.
Coach Mack?
I'm gonna stick with Germany. I go with
Okay.
Germany.
Okay. Well, we shall see. We'll tap back in next week with the updates and see what it's looking like and see what Team USA, aka Team Lay USA.
Oh, don't jump in that
Love
river,
team.
France.
Ron, I gotta ride it out, Ron. Bron, we not gonna see Bron in another Olympic. This is a time that
I
we
know
need to
it.
be
We need
appreciative.
to see him this one.
See, Darius, Mr. Johnson wrote a comment everybody didn't get to see, but he said Darius hate Bron. And
Number
I
one
just
hater.
the number one hater.
Hater
I need
of the year.
so you like Kendrick Lamar, huh?
You gotta put that. You remember Dave Chappelle, the Chappelle Show, the hater of the year.
Yeah. That's you. Okay. I might have to come with my LeBron James gear next time.
Oh, here we go. She gonna start wearing Laker gear.
I gotta match my Coach Mack energy, okay? Coach Mack
There
be
you
decked
go.
out.
There you
She
go.
she
She
stayed
always
decked
decked
out.
out, man. She always decked out, man.
She
Decked out.
is.
Ready
She
to
is.
wear my Yukon gear. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
It is
You
time.
gotta
It
get
is
you some
almost
Vegas
time.
gear, girl.
Yeah, I do. I get some Vegas gear. Vegas and Yukon.
I'm with you,
Uh-oh.
Brandon. I'm with you, Brandon.
Uh-oh. And comment coming from a traitor.
I'm with you, Brandon. Brandon sees how I see. He sees what I see. He understands.
What'd he say?
He said, Darius, you all right with me?
He understands.
Ron, don't
Ain't
agree
nothing
to
but
that,
love.
please, Ron.
Ain't nothing but love
They
going
better
on.
win this year because, boy, if they don't, LeBron gonna make an excuse. Man, I ain't had no help. Dude, you got the best 12 players you can find. You still ain't got no help.
I mean,
He
best
selected
offensive players. Let's
I
be
gotta win
clear.
myself every game.
The best offensive players. Let's be clear. The best offensive. So we shall see. We have reached the time of the end of Talking Hoop Show. What a great show. It's been so fun. And again, I might have some boxing gloves next time you guys see me. That'll be for Darius.
Oh,
No, that's tough.
He stays ready. He's ready, even though he's rocking the Cavs gear, which I'm sure.
Some rope right quick. I'm ready for you. Let's go.
Get the jump rope ready. And Dallas chimed in. Last comment. It's in LA for the next Olympics. Bron might mess around and coach the USA team.
What you think he doing now? He's the coach.
He's le coach, le America, le USA. And I'm sure he'll have something. And I know Bron's time around Team USA won't be done. So I think now is the time for all of the Bron haters. A special message coming from Coach T. Take a moment to appreciate greatness because it might be years before we see anything like this ever again. And that brings us to the end. I don't need any feedback from my crew. Feedback from my crew is not needed for the last comment. That was a statement, not a question. So thank you all so much for tuning in to Talking Hoops on Sports Radio, Coastal Sports Network. It's your girl signing out. Coach T, Coach Mac, Ron Briscoe, and Darius Rice. I always want to say Miles.
Y'all gonna
Oh,
stop me.
I always want to say Miles, but it's Rice.
Put a big X on the screen for that one.
Darius, we got to we need a title in front. Coach T, Coach Mac, Ron Briscoe.
D. Rice.
Okay. We got you. We'll see you all next time.
You didn't call him Dirty Rice.
Was that his nickname, Ron? Tell me something, Ron. Tell me a little secret.
That was D.R. Rice.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
Tell me a little secret, Ron. Give us a
I
little
call him D
insight.
Rice. I call him D Rice.
This is D Rice.
Okay, I got you. I got you. And we'll see you all
What you
next
mean you
week.
got me? You got me. That's what I told you. It's
Not
D
you.
Rice.
Now, Ron, I was thinking you was gonna give me a little insight. You know, like
No,
how
no,
you.
no. D Rice. That's why I always call. I always
Yeah,
call him D.
yeah, it was just D. Yeah, I ain't had no nickname.
Okay. Okay. If you didn't get coined a nickname, were you really a bucket?
I
Oh,
didn't
Oh yeah,
see.
he's
I
a
was
bucket
a
now.
No.
silent
He got
killer.
some facts now. He
When
got some
you kill him
stats.
in silence, you know people don't even know what hit him.
Mama Davis has a
ooh.
nickname for you, Darius.
D Rice.
I saw him score 40 points in one game.
Yeah, I check my
Mama
credentials.
Davis said his nickname could be Hater D.
Hater D.
Hater D.
Hate D, right?
Dang,
Oh,
now they come up with nicknames for you, Darius.
That's all right. We're gonna tag LeBron in this. I want him to come on the show.
There you go.
hey, Darius. Now,
I'm
if you,
trying to draw him out. I'm gonna try to draw him out for you.
I appreciate it. I don't know if the hate gonna bring him out, but
Oh, he loves controversy now. You know that.
hey, and you know I'm the queen of controversy here on
Yes,
Talking
you are.
Hoops.
Yes, you are. Yes,
It's the
you are.
perfect place to come to for Talking Hoops, and that brings us to the end. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and we'll see you all next week.
See
See
you
you.
later.